Can you
I
see?
know.
Can you see?
How are you?
Okay. You can hear me?
Uh-huh. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for meeting with me.
Oh, no problem. Glad to do it.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you a few questions about the program because, when I tell people about it, it's much different than if someone else says something about it. So I had a few questions about the stress program. And like, there's three ways people learn things, either by overhearing it from somebody else, through life experience, or through reading. So I try to put all three of those things into the program, but I wanted to hear from you, like what drew you to the the program. What kind of things drew you to that?
Probably I would say like the thing that really drew me to your program it was that you seem to like have are doing, I knew that you have been through some stressful situations and some stressful times, and you seem to be um have like a sense of serenity, I guess, about you. And so I made me kind of, made me want that, and always striving for serenity. But I just thought, you seem to have some great ideas that worked really well for you. So I thought I wanted to try them. So.
Mhm. What have you done in the past for stress management? What kind of things help you?
I do like a lot of things I've done. Like definitely like walking, jogging, walking a lot,
Mhm.
helps me a lot. Um, that was probably my
Exercise.
biggest thing. Um, s- um, I have like in the past tried like different self-help maybe kind of programs,
Mhm.
meetings, things like that. Um, and sometimes I get something out of them, and sometimes I don't. Reading, self-help books,
Mhm.
prayer, meditation. Um, and those are things I do anyway, but
Yeah.
um, I feel like this year like just sucked any like serenity right out of
Ah,
it.
yeah.
And just really struggling. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's been hard on a lot of people, and that's one reason why I decided to create this program and get some community feeling and share our practices together and kind of discuss them a little bit. So I just wanted to hear from someone that's already gone through some of the practices that I shared, like what are some new tools or strategies that you might be able to implement into like just a daily way of being. You don't have to like sit down on a yoga mat and do it, but things that you could just work into day to day.
Um, well, I do the breathing. I do that every morning. I walk, when I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is, I turn on the coffee and then walk my dog because, of course, he has to go out. And so I like take that 5 minutes um, and walk him, and then I do that box breathing
Mm,
or the square breathing. That
yeah.
was one of the things that I learned from you on here. Breathing in general, you is really funny because you were saying how to breathe, and you were like, breathe in and your stomach goes out, your abdomen, feel it go out, and then feel it go. And when I would breathe, I don't know if I learned that in yoga from you or what, but when I would breathe in and my stomach would go in. I was doing the opposite of what,
Yeah.
and I had no idea. So that's a really, it helps me um just breathe deeper, feel, get more control over myself. And It's like they're like almost like cleansing breaths too. It's a great way to start my day. Take 5 minutes,
Yeah,
just walk the dog and breathe fresh air in, from outside and look
I
at
love
the
that. I
usually the
don't think
stars.
like a lot of us don't realize how shallow our breathing is, and that I think that affects a lot of our entire body is like constricted because we're just breathing up here. So yeah, I think as far as
I
stress,
agree.
that
Yeah.
the breath practice has really changed the way I am able to calm myself and collect myself throughout the day, just reminding myself about the breath. Let's see, what else did I want
And
to say?
the,
Hmm.
the oils too, like when you use like the Stress Away in this particular um 24-day um
Yeah,
challenge, recommended the Stress Away, and so I have that. So I like that, and like I have Tranquil too. I
yeah,
like that one too, and I have that as a roll on, just kind of sitting where I do my morning meditations, and so that's an awesome idea to just smell, like to put it in the palm, my palm of my hand, and then just take some breaths and smell
yeah.
the
Yeah, I don't know
oil.
if you've read much about the limbic system. Like the sense of smell is directly connected to the limbic system and your memories and the wiring of the brain. So anytime you smell something, you're like rewiring the brain center. So like if we do affirmation, like breathing the oil, saying a positive affirmation, it just links like the memory to um, to the sense of smell, and it rewires something in the brain. So it's really so fascinating to me,
Yeah, yeah,
that the
it
oil
works.
helps. Yeah, because I don't know if you've ever had like a smell that just brings you back to a certain time in your life. Yeah, it's like they're linked. Um, Especially like the holiday smells. We always have like certain memories. So,
Yes, yep, yep.
and then let's see. I just have one more question for you. So, for this program, someone that's already feeling overwhelmed, stressed, it's a horrible year, um, whatever you're dealing with, trauma, uh, and you look at a program like this and you say, there's no way I can add something to my busy life. Like, I can't do this right now. I'm too stressed. I'm too overwhelmed. What would you say to that person that's saying, I just don't even have time to do that?
Well, I love that I can access it like anytime. Once you purchase it, or once you join or whatever, you can go ahead and access it at a later time, and just there's just access to so many things like this on your website and your page. But knowing that made it easier for me, because you with work, um I think it started September 8th, and that's when the kids came back, all the elementary kids came back to school that day. So like,
Yeah.
I started that, yeah, I started out really strong, but I wasn't able to, follow every day on target with everything that you had
Yeah.
posted. I tried to catch up a lot on the weekends, but knowing that I can still go back and do that, I can do it all over again. I can look at everything again, as
Yeah.
that was my understanding. And
Yeah.
that made it totally worth it.
Yeah.
And then, and because there is a lot of information, there are definitely so many um, ideas, that are helpful, and I want to try every one, but sometimes I don't, I don't get to do them all like in the
Yeah.
course of the day.
It's like go at your own pace type of
Mhm.
course. And, one week you may not be able to do X, Y, and Z. The next week you really need to visit it. So that's a great point. And there's so many schedules out there for work. There's third shift, first shift, left, right,
Yeah.
and center. So it's just I wanted it to be accessible to anybody that can find the activities. What about as far as putting money into a program like this? You know, I someone that says, you know, I just don't have any extra money to put on myself. Like I already stressed about money and I don't think this program will be worth it, or I can't spend this money on myself. You know, moms always put that guilt on them, like I can't do this for myself kind of thing. What would you say to that person?
Well, you know what, I'd say the same thing, you know, and I've been right there, and like I just think life experience taught me that it's really important to take time for myself, and that I can be a much better mom and much better wife, a much better nurse, if I take time for myself. I mean, you can tell, if I don't take time for myself, then, you know, nobody, then I'm not helping anybody if I'm not
Nobody
helping myself.
wins. Yeah.
No, right. You know, it's
Yeah.
terrible because you're so stressed and you're so, you know, you just feel like you're being pulled so many different ways. And, you know, I feel like if I care for myself, then I can, I don't know, I can balance everything a whole lot better. I really don't have other, I don't really have an explanation for that other than, you know, it's so true. I've heard it a million times and I've rolled my eyes and I've not, you know, taken care of myself and I've not spent the money, and,
Yeah.
you know, it's worth it. And if you run a special where you can buy the, like I took advantage of that, buying the, if you bought the
Supplements.
supplements, then,
You do
you know,
the,
you
yeah.
yeah.
You get the
And that
quiz
was,
for free. Yeah.
yeah, and that motivated me to buy the Ningxia Red, you know,
Yeah.
which it's funny because, um you know, we don't like typically keep like hard alcohol in the house. We just don't, just because of our, um just because of the people that I live with, and past experience. And so, but there's just looks like we have like cold chilled vodka or something, just in the, because it's in the glass
Yeah,
bottle
the
in the
glass
refrigerator. It's
bottle.
really funny.
I
Yeah,
know, they're
my husband's,
so beautiful, those bottles. Yeah.
they're so pretty, and it really does look like a, I don't know, like a cordial or something that you would have
Yeah.
at Christmas. It's
You
really
feel
funny.
fancy.
Yeah,
It's
my husband was like, "What's that?" You know.
I know, and the mindful drinking of it, you know, just it's an experience that you have every day that you're just giving yourself nourishment, and I like that part of it is just those few minutes where you're drinking it is a nice mindful activity every day,
Yeah.
reminding yourself to take care of yourself. So
Yes, and you are. I mean, it's like a natural, you know, like you said, the antioxidants are awesome, and we definitely need that right now. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, immune system.
yes,
Well, I just love talking with you about that. Thank you so much for sharing like all your wisdom and the tools and strategies that helped you. So
thank you for sharing.
you're welcome. I'm so excited to keep in that group discussing some of the tools and strategies for stress. So yeah, thanks for meeting with me. I
Okay,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.